I'm Julie Matthews.
Chris Weil. We're Weil and Matthews.
Well, we're both from the UK. I'm actually from Sheffield in Yorkshire.
Yeah, and that's where I live as well.
We're both cis women, but we're both queer, so we're both gay.
Our latest album is called Women of the World.
And it came out last year, but since we were in Australia, we have released another one as well called Revolution Calls, so we'll actually be touring 2 albums this time.
Yeah. Yeah, first gig's on the 3rd in Cobargo, and we go right through to middle of April after the National Festival in Canberra. We live in the same house, and we share a studio out there, and so yeah, we're together most of the time, really, aren't we?
In fact, remarkably, and I think this is quite unusual and historic, really. Chris and I were a couple, and we were a couple for
11 years.
11 years. But after we split, we never stopped working together, so we carried on working together, and then I eventually moved back here, not as a couple, but really as best friends. And we share a house together, so we have a career together, and we're soulmates, really, you know.
I never meant to stay away so long. I'm putting down some roots where
I can honestly say, hand on heart, after 28 years of doing this with Chris, it's still a thrill and a privilege every time I get on stage. It really is.
Yeah, for me too.
It's really hard to pigeonhole us because, you know, I think we cross over so many boundaries. I guess in the sense of folk music, that if you looked at what folk music really is, then it should be the music of the people. It's folk music, and I think that's what we endeavour to do. We try to tell the stories of everybody, and to reach everybody, to touch everybody.
Yeah, and I agree, but it's more like the Americana side of folk music. This is how we are, because we write all our own songs and they're quite modern. But yeah, like Bruce Springsteen sings folk songs, you know, and.
Some festivals have a big umbrella of what it encompasses, folk music, and I really love, like the festivals in Australia really do have that big umbrella. So you get the contemporary singer-songwriters, but you also get a pipe player, or you also get a traditional singer, and I love that. Chris and I definitely fall into the contemporary. I mean, Chris plays electric guitar sometimes as well, so we're not necessarily just acoustic. Sometimes we do all kinds of, we mix it up quite a lot.
One woman came up to us at Port Fairy a few years ago, and she said, "Thank you so much for coming back." She said, "It's brilliant because you've been coming that long. We feel like we're getting older with you. We're growing older together."